the Digital Storm Game Pass inside of Bubblegum Simulator Infinity actually worth buying, or is it a scam? Well, in this video, we are going to be going over everything about this Game Pass, what it has in store of the game, what it actually does, and so much more. Now first, in case you don't know what Digital Store is, if you just read the description, essentially what it is a Game Pass that allows you to store an infinite amount of pets, allowing for nearly infinite inventory size, which means you can have as much pets as you want in here without having a cap inside of the game. Let's quickly buy it and see what it actually has. Now, we're not exactly sure if it stores pets or not, but let's find out right now. And as we just purchased it, let's claim it right there and let's see what we get. So as you can see right here, you can now store an infinite amount of pets. You have 1 megabyte to store up. Therefore, you don't have to delete any more pets, buy more storage. So now that your storage is maxed out, you can hatch pets as much as you want and not worry about having to delete them. So you can actually unlock all of these and you don't have to delete anything anymore. Now for some people, this may not be useful at all, especially if you just play the game for fun and you don't actually care about trying to make a profit, becoming good, becoming on the leaderboards. Then this Game Pass will be completely irrelevant. But assuming you're playing the game, trying to become a pro, I'm going to explain to you and show you why this could either be the most useful Game Pass, one of the most useful, or even a garbage Game Pass, depending on how you play this game. Now first, you have to understand, in this game, it is really similar to other games like Pet Simulator, in which you hatch an egg, and you could use those pets to grind in the game, you could trade with them, you can craft with them, and even do mini quests with them, depending on what the game requires you to do. Essentially, with this particular Game Pass, what it eliminates is you having to have auto delete on when hatching pets, which saves you plenty of time, especially in case you forget to turn it on. You don't have your inventory fill up, and above all of that, you can craft pets into better and better levels without having to worry about deleting older pets that become worse. Now, the second thing this allows you to do, especially if you're good at the game, is actually trade inside of the game. Now, in order to trade inside of this game, you do need to hatch 2,000 eggs before you can actually start trading. But essentially what this Game Pass allows is for you to store as many pets as possible, therefore allowing you to trade with many other players, giving items in return for better items, or even trading for gems if that's a possibility inside of this game. Now, yes, this Game Pass does cost 649 Robux, making it one of the most expensive Game Passes inside of the game. Although it doesn't necessarily have any great functions as a whole, it does have a lot of unique background to it, in the sense that this game essentially feels a lot like Pet Simulator now, having an infinite pet storage inside of the game. Now obviously this particular Game Pass doesn't necessarily turn the game into Pet Simulator, although I do play that game a lot, so I may be using that as a big reference in this video. This game is completely different in the sense that you are trying to get bubblegum inside of this game, and using that bubblegum you could sell it for coins, and you can do these quests in the game that are completely different than inside of Pet Simulator. Now, let's compare this Game Pass to other Game Passes to see if other Game Passes have more value than it, or if you should buy this one above everything, or if you shouldn't buy this one at all. So let's start from the very bottom. As you can see, at the very bottom, there is a lot of hatching and luck-based Game Passes, which although they are useful, they do require you to actually have a lot of coins in order for them to be beneficial. Now, how you get a lot of coins in this game is by growing your bubble and having more pets equipped, which will boost the size of your bubble inside of the game, allowing you to sell it, make more coins, and using those coins to hatch eggs. So once you actually get good enough to where you're hatching a lot and you're using a lot of coins, then these Game Passes may be beneficial to you, especially the double luck. Although these are really good, they aren't as good as Digital Storage, because without the Digital Storage Game Pass, these Game Passes will have very limited usage, especially if you max out on the amount of pets you can equip. They will make these Game Passes completely irrelevant. Now this also goes with the Triple Hatch Game Pass. This is also a Game Pass that relates back to specifically hatching. Yes, you can hatch a lot of pets, but without an infinite storage, all those pets will either have to be deleted or cannot be kept in your inventory, making them obsolete. Let's take a look at the Diamond Game Pass and the Extra Equips Game Pass. So the Double Gem Game Pass essentially is a Game Pass where it allows you to collect gems from the ground and earn double as much every time you pick it up. Now, what do I actually mean by that? Well, let's show you an example right now. As you can see by this gem on the floor, when I pick it up, it says I get 30 gems. Essentially with this Game Pass, if you were to pick up the exact same gem, you would get 60, which is double of what I got. Because you own this Game Pass, that is what happens when you pick up gems inside of the game. Now, although that Game Pass is really good, let's compare it to other Game Passes inside of the game, while also comparing digital storage. So I'm probably going to make a video on it and talk about if it's worth it or not to buy, depending on what circumstance you play this game in. For the time being, comparing digital storage to double gems, I still believe digital storage is pretty good. Now let's take a look at Infinity Gum, Extra Equips, and VIP. Obviously, we have talked about Infinity Gum before in another video, so feel free to check that with the link down below. But essentially what it is it allows you to blow as big of a bubble inside of the game as you like without having to sell the bubble. Now this allows you to AFK grind overnight and is very essential to being good in the game. So I would suggest this Game Pass if you are trying to become pro. It will be very useful. Extra Equips is a good Game Pass and does help increase the amount of bubbles you gain, but similar to the Egg Hatch, if you don't own infinite storage, whether it be digital storage for pets, which involves pets, and Infinity Gum, which allows you to store infinite gum, this Extra Equips pretty much has no benefits inside of the game, aside from looking pretty cool. Now, as you can see, I have pets equipped. What that Game Pass does is allows you to equip more pets, in which will make your game and your army better, but it's not very useful if you don't own infinite gum and digital storage. So I'm going to say this Game Pass is not currently worth it, in contrast with the digital storage. What I'm referring to is if you are going to decide between Extra Equips and digital storage, I think you should go with digital storage, even though it costs more Robux. VIP Game Pass, as I mentioned in the Infinity Gum video, does have a lot of unique benefits and does have a lot of features that may be useful to you. As I mentioned earlier, earning coins is essential to growing inside of the game. Therefore, with this VIP Game Pass, if you are earning 1.15 times more coins, this will make the process of you grinding in the game a lot better, especially if you spend a lot of time. This will be a very big difference in the long term, so yes, this is essential and could be useful for you. Now, comparing it to digital storage, these have nothing related in terms of features and do not really give any perks if you don't actually have infinite gum or digital storage, so I wouldn't recommend it right now. So now that we compared every Game Pass to digital storage, we're assuming that every Game Pass has their unique differences and do have their benefits, but in contrast, the only Game Pass that is technically better than digital storage, even for its price, is Infinity Gum. The reason why this Game Pass is better than digital storage is because with the Infinity Gum, you're allowing yourself to grind AFK overnight, collecting as many bubbles as possible, which you can use to sell, get coins, and hatch pets. So what that's trying to say is in order to get maximum pets inside of your inventory and actually make this Game Pass, you do need the Infinity Gum Storage Game Pass, allowing you to store infinite gum, selling them for coins, and then allowing you to use coins to hatch pets, which will make this digital storage Game Pass more useful. So assuming that you are going to only buy one Game Pass at a time and not all of them, I would suggest not getting this one first. Instead, you should get the Infinity Gum, just because of that explanation I gave, in which it will be more beneficial. Now that we have gone through every possible conclusion that I could think of, is the digital storage Game Pass actually worth it? Well, as I previously mentioned, yes, this Game Pass will be worth it, especially if you play a lot. because with this Game Pass, it allows you to store an infinite amount of pets, as the Game Pass suggests. This will allow you to not delete any pets, and will also allow you to stay focused on more important things, like grinding in the game and hatching rare pets. Why this is important is because some people like to level up their pets into like unique form or shiny form or whatever forms they have in this game as a requirement of their quest. But if they have a limited amount of storage, that can't be done as well. So having this Game Pass does break that barrier, making it more convenient for you as the player. It does pair very well with many other Game Passes too, especially with Triple Hatch, Double Luck, Fast Hatch. If you're playing this game a lot, hatching a lot, and you're getting good stuff, you don't want to have to go back and delete stuff or having to close off your inventory from collecting stuff just because it's full. So having this Game Pass will be a crucial benefit to you as the player inside of the game. Now that's essentially it with this Game Pass, by the way. Also, if you have any questions about the Digital Storage Game Pass, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll try to answer them at the best of my abilities. Other than that, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.